So today I have Laura with me from the Triathlon Club. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You know, giving up your time because I know it's busy. Can you tell us a little bit about how you got into the Triathlon Club in the first place?
Yeah, many moons ago it seems. So I'm 5 years with the club now, and I started, like most people do, sort of a little bit inquisitive about what it was, what it could do. The whole thing around wanting to get fitter, a little bit healthier, find a hobby. And I suppose very quickly I fell into the role of PRO for the club. So it was just at a time where, you know, looking to, similar to what we're doing today, reach people, let them know what the club is about, what's going on. So I started telling the story, and fast forward, still on the committee 5 years later, and I'm a coach for the club and the current chairperson. So it's been a journey.
And have you seen it grow much in that 5 years?
Absolutely, absolutely. I suppose it's something that it's always growing and progressing. You know, there's always a different element ready to come in there, and there's always different directions that it's going to take. So we've reached a stage now where the club has become quite big for new members, for people new to try, people who have been sitting in the sidelines for a long time thinking, oh, can I do that? And they're starting to see, well, yes, I actually can. We've got people who are representing at national level, international level, wearing the Ireland tri-suit abroad, and you know, so there's so much going on. But I suppose it's come from a place where the club has very much become a community, very inclusive, very open to you come in and do what you want to do and get what you need to get out of this, and we'll all do it together and have a laugh. That's kind of the ethos we're trying to put out there at the moment.
Yeah, it's great, and I see this and people coming back into it. So age limit. I mean, I suppose people would look at it and go, well, you have to be kind of young and fit to do tri. I think that's hitting the nail on the head. There's so many people who will reach out and say, oh, I really want to do this, but I'm not fit enough, or I'd really like to join, but I'm going to take a few weeks to start training first before I come, or I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too this. That's not the case. I'm a firm believer in saying to everybody that reaches out that you get out of this what you want out of it. So if that's to race at national or international level, we'll come in and we'll help you as best we can. If it's to start a new hobby, we'll do that with you. If it's for the social aspect, which it is for so many people, that's there for you as well. So people don't need to worry about age, ability, anything like that. Just come in and get started and become part of the crew, because they're an amazing group of people. Yeah, and I found even now there's so many different levels. There's somebody there at your level.
Absolutely.
You're not on your own.
Absolutely.
There's a gang of people who don't want to progress. Just happy out.
Yeah, they're, as I say, they're there for the social element. They're there for their hobby. There's people who want to come and smash every single race that they do, and that's okay, because that's available for them as well. And as you said, now we're starting to see so many people who have been away from this for quite a while. And that becomes a thing as well. You think, oh, I've lost my fitness, I've lost my ability to do this. But you haven't. All you have to do is start again. You know, come back, get in with the right crew, like-minded people, and away you go. So it's a cliche, but there literally is something for everybody in it, you know?
Yeah, and I found even the few weeks there, I'm in the river. Like each week, the confidence, you're going from paddling
starting from rattling at the shore to actually swimming and being part of...
to doing 1,000 kilometres or a kilometre and going, I've never done that before. Yeah. Even to jump off the jetty,
absolutely,
for me was a huge
And the fear on everybody's faces when that was suggested, to then the end of that session going, oh my God, I can't believe I did that.
Yeah, what was I scared of?
Yeah.
Like that's literally what it's about. But that's down to a lot of the coaching, like with yourself and Jer, like you feel everything's fine. You're not going to die. Nothing's going to happen. You know, you've got your wetsuit and you've got your thing, but the coaching is I find,
the coaching is a huge element, but I think as well, and I don't know if you'll agree, it's been part of that group as well. You're not on your own.
No.
Do you know, you can see that there's so many people around you nervous of the same thing. You're encouraging each other, you're celebrating as you see the little milestones coming through. You're living that fear at the same time, do you know, and I think that's really important. And it gives that bit of a push as well. If you're nervous about something, but you see everybody else in that group is kind of giving it a go, you're going, oh, well, do you know what, I'm going to try as well. And I think that brings everybody on together.
Absolutely, 100%. And then you can see someone else doing it and go, oh, I can do it.
Yeah.
And then it leads into races. Well, I don't really want to race, and the next thing you're signed up for stuff.
Absolutely. We were fresh off the back of an event last night. The Midlands Aquathon series is on at the moment. So it's inter-club, the 5 clubs in the Midlands put on a series for everybody to come and do swim and run. And we had 5 relay teams last night. So people who can swim but can't or don't want to run, and vice versa. And we had people bring friends along. She can run a 5K, can she relay with me? Absolutely. Brilliant. So now it's, oh, can I come again next week? Can I do swimming with you? Do you know, so it all, one thing leads on to another, and it's all about finding those people that are relatable and that you can do this stuff with, do you know? So somebody checked in for a 5K last night, and all of a sudden she's coming to the club swim session on Monday night just to give it a try. And
it's brilliant. And I suppose you're getting people who could be cyclists or in a running club, a swimming club, coming in to try other aspects of it. To
try. That's what it's all about, do you know? And as I say, leading back to a member that always sticks in my head, who came along to try a track session for free 2 years ago, and she wore the Athlone Tri-suit in Marbella last year to race.
Wow.
Do you know, for an international race, and you're just going, she came along to try a track session, and look at that journey then to where she got. So I'm a firm believer in, you have to give everybody an opportunity to start, because you never know where that journey is going to go. Absolutely, you know, you could be the nervous one on the shore this week, and God knows where you'll end up racing next year. And if racing's not your thing, you've still found something that's going to be very enjoyable and something that gives you a huge social outlet. So
yeah, and I see a lot of the guys do go abroad as well.
Yeah,
compete abroad, and so the triathlon as well obviously leads into sort of like half Ironman, Ironman, stuff like that. That's
absolutely. So there's so many things that you can do, as I said, from an inter-club league that we're in for the month of June, up to the national series with Triathlon Ireland, which brings people all over the country. And as you said then, Ironmen, both home and abroad. There's so many opportunities. And it just keeps going back to that thing that I say, it's what you want to get out of this. It's there, do you know, and the help is there, and the encouragement and the people to get you there. It's just to make your start.
So in terms of your training, like what do you offer during the week, like for a triathlon training?
So we offer each discipline, swim, bike and run. And we've gotten it to a stage where that's being offered at every level now as well, which is brilliant. So we've Monday evening in the Coral Leisure in Ballinasloe, and we start off with a lane where we have people who have never learned how to swim, and they're currently doing that, right up to a lane with people who are advanced, really experienced swimmers, and they're all training there together, which is amazing. We've Tuesday evening then we go to the outdoor track in Athlone. And again, you've been at those sessions, so it's every ability. Come along, get your coach session and do with it what you're able to do. We've everything there from people walk, jog to sprinting around that track, so it's fantastic. We've the open water then, Coulson Point, on a Friday evening at 7 o'clock. And again, we've chatted about it, it's every level, from a coach session right up to people who just come for a social swim. And then on a Sunday we have a beginner's cycle or a novice cycle, which takes place on the Greenway, just to take that fear of the open road out of it for the moment. And then we have groups of people who will just meet to go for a longer spin and do all sorts of distances. So that's training in a nutshell. I suppose the only other addition is in the winter, when weather doesn't allow as much cycling outdoors, we come indoors for turbo sessions, which again are coached throughout the winter. So
that's with the bikes on a
stationary
bike, and just work from there.
So yeah, every discipline is offered, but I think more importantly, every ability and level is catered for. So yeah.
And is there a season for triathlon? Is there an actual season in the year for the events, or is it?
Yeah, so I suppose we're in that now. So race season is the summer. So you're looking at kind of end of April right up through to September. Right. Where racing officially takes off. You have duathlons at the start of the season. So that's your run, bike, run, kind of in and around March, April time. Then we kick off for the tri season, then from May onwards. It's getting people into the open water where temperatures are a lot friendlier for the summer months. And as I say, that runs right up until September with everything from club run events to national series to 70.3s, all sorts going on over the summer.
And you do a big one, the Lochry Monster.
Lochry Monster.
Is that kind of the end of the season?
Yeah,
almost?
so that's our annual event, probably the one that we're most known for really at the moment. So it's Coos Point, it's a sprint, but we also offer a try. So I suppose to explain that for anyone who doesn't understand it, the sprint is a 750 metre swim, then we've an 18k bike and a 5k run. And then for those who are a little bit more nervous about the swim, which is everybody's vice, the try is 250 metres, and then they take the same cycle in the same swim. So Coos Point, amazing day.
It's a great swim. I was at it last year.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
Incredible buzz.
An amazing amount of people.
Yeah.
Like even with spectators, like it's...
Absolutely, and it's a really, for us, it's a really nice end to the summer season. It brings all the training and all the achievements and people who I suppose have started training for that goal. It gives them the option, and there's nothing like standing at your club race, seeing all your own people reach the finish line, knowing what that journey has been for them the whole way through. So it's a really nice race.
One thing I did notice as well about the race is like it's very family orientated, where people will bring their families to the events.
Absolutely.
To watch and cheer on, which is...
And for us, not only spectate and watch, these events don't happen without volunteers, and so many of our club people have their family there to help. Do you know, none of these things happen by accident. There's huge effort that goes into putting these races on, and we can't do it without the help of family and friends, and every person who stands on a corner or serves a sandwich at the end, like they all contribute to that race experience. So we're very lucky with the community we have.
And talking of that, I mean, I know you have a huge thing in August. And tell us a little bit about that, because that's going to be big.
Yeah, so we were very lucky to be awarded the opportunity to host a national championships race.
And that will mean that everyone in the country, is that all the triathlon, for national, does that mean they come and compete?
Yeah, so they can, it's open to them. So it's the opportunity to win a national championship medal. So for us, the big excitement around this is it's bringing racing back into the centre of Athlone. So we're getting the swim back into the Shannon, and a run route then that takes us through parts of the town. We're very excited, very nervous. It's a huge undertaking. There's lots to do around it, but I think we're up to the challenge.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's an aquathlon event, so again it's swim and run. 2 options. We're putting the try option in for those who just want to give it a go, and then the national champs side of it then is the 750 metre swim and the 5k run. As I say, happening in the Shannon. It's all in conjunction with the Athlone River Festival, which we're delighted to be a part of. You're given a festival feel to your race then as well.
Yeah.
And it all came from a conversation with Pádraig Hegarty, who's the chairman of the River Festival, just realising these opportunities are there, let's work together and really showcase what...
Because I remember, how long ago is it since the triathlon was actually in Athlone? They hosted the triathlon
Yeah,
event?
I think it's 6, 7, 8 years ago, since there was racing in town. So
and that was a massive weekend.
Huge. And I mean, it's a fantastic venue to host something like this. Do you know, we've the river there, we've so many nice run routes,
Yeah, and hopefully this national championship may be something in the future where it may bring triathlon back into the town.
Absolutely. And look, it's something that we'll definitely be hoping to hang on to, you know, on an annual basis, if all goes well, that we can keep this as a race that people can mark in their calendar and say, I'm going for Athlone in August and I'm going to get myself a national champs medal.
Yeah. So even I suppose for probably like national championship, you're talking probably semi-pro athletes going into this as well,
There can be anything. There's, you know, even at club levels, people can come in and give themselves that opportunity to race
against the pro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Yeah. But even just to push themselves that little bit more, take that challenge and say at the end of it that they competed in a national championships race. Do you know, it's unbelievable. It's amazing. So many of our own club members are joining up.
That's going to be brilliant.
Firstly, saying, wow, we're getting to race in town again. And then secondly, they're going, I have a shot here at, you know, we've some really, really good athletes in the club at the moment. And who knows who could stand on that podium at the end of that race.
Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? And I've seen you showed us the sneak peek of the medals and stuff. They look probably the best medals I've ever seen.
They're fabulous.
In any race.
Yeah, again, it was important to us that we mark that this was coming back into town. So we've modelled the medal off Athlone Castle, which iconic building, and we're giving all competitors a half zip top as well, which has that, I think it's probably one of the most famous views for Athlone really, the bridge, St. Peter's Church, the castle, that's on the back of the half zip. So yeah, it was important to us to highlight that as well. We're very, very proud to do this in town. Yeah,
it's going to be a huge achievement. And so for people listening, like how do they get in contact with the Triathlon Club for those that want to try it? And
yeah, so we're very active on social media. That's probably the channel that everybody uses at the moment to get in touch. We've a Facebook page there, we've Instagram, we've started TikTok. We're really getting with the times. We've email, you can reach out to myself, chairperson.athlonetry@gmail.com. And just that's what it is, just reach out, have the conversation, let us know what you're hopeful to do or what your goal is in reaching out, and we'll do our level best. You can't please all of the people all of the time, but I think we're doing a pretty good job in hitting most of the bases that we can anyway at the moment.
And the fact that it's growing and people are coming back and people are having fun.
Yeah.
And there's never a picture of anyone miserable. No. Everyone's laughing, having a bit of crack.
It's a dangerous one to go down because you come in, you get started, you get the bug, and that's it. You're in there.
You're sitting at home.
You're not getting out anytime soon.
Looking at tri-suits and bikes. And
absolutely, it gets very expensive there, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
But yeah, just exactly that. Just reach out.
And what we'll do actually is when this goes up, in the comments, we'll put up your links.
Perfect.
In there so people can.
Perfect. I've an amazing crew of ladies there helping out with all the social channels at the moment. So brilliant. There's a few faces there ready to pick up any message that comes in, and we'll do our best to get people started where they want to.
So yes, I suppose the last thing is, like, for anyone out there, is just try it, just give it a go. Like and you just might like it, you may not like it, and
that's okay too. Do you know? But you just might be the person that enjoys belonging to a community.
Yeah, and I think with the tri as well is because there's 3 different disciplines. If you just like running, you can just join and just run. And we have that. We've people who just run. We've people who just come to swim. We have people who are members there and they volunteer at every event that we do just to be part of it. Do you know? And that's what it is, and that's been something that's been my own personal story, I suppose, in it for a long time as well. Due to health reasons and other bits and pieces, I haven't been able to be the racer or to be the triathlete, but I've had a place in this, and that's what's very important. You can have your outlet, and that's what it is to so many people. Yes, it's racing, yes, it's training, but it's also belonging to a group. Do you know, people have made friends, they're meeting up, they're training together, they're socialising, they're meeting for a walk, and that's because they've met within this club environment. They're recognising people who have similar goals, fears, and they're connecting, and that's what it's about. So I say if you're out there wondering and sitting on the fence, well, it's a sign that you reach out and give it a go. Just give it a go, yeah.
Do you know, you're already thinking about it, so just send that message and we'll look after you.
We'll find your tribe.
We'll find your tribe. That's it, exactly.
Laura, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
You're very busy. It's been a pleasure, and look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, we'll get you signed up for the national champs.
Absolutely, get a medal. Get hold of that medal. Laura, thanks so much.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Definitely.
Bye-bye.